Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So last episode we did some things with gas. First of all, we got this area here set up. Oh, steam. You have liquid in here. That's not good to see. Okay, we are gonna deal with that as soon as possible. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. How about we stop for now this setup till we endeavor to remove some of that, because that's not ideal. Yikes. Okay, well, there's that. We've split this zone here, so now we've got carbon dioxide, we've got hydrogen, we've got an infinite store, a supply of natural gas and hydrogen, so I can put as much as I want, and I'm doing some filtering. We're unloading a rocket, which had a mix. Let's see where we are. With that, we'll pump this out until this is completely gone. And we are cooking with some of that natural gas over here, making some frost burgers. Just gonna make sure I get this guy plugged in. I'm not sure if this is going to be an easy situation to solve. Could lower the temperature here, but I'm wondering if it might be easier to step back a cycle or two just before this happened. I step back to cycle 386. I'm not sure if this is far back enough. I'm going to stop this machine. What is the temperature? Yeah, it's pretty warm. This is, I see some salt water there. I'm going to try to do some mopping up here. Remove that. And build tile. Right. Maybe I need... Yeah, let's build a tile there. I have a feeling like I'm going to be needing to step back a little bit further than just this, but we'll see. Let's put a pump in. Take some of that liquid out if I can. How to do this? Let's just dump liquid here. For those to get filled up. But yeah, this is the more difficult bit because I can't mop that up. Can't mop liquid on liquid, kind of makes sense. Are you 98 degrees? I might get this built quicker. If I can get these built, the rovers can help drop stuff out, I believe. Don't want to get rid of this liquid. Oh, okay. I can see what I'll do. Also make sure that this pipe gets built. Take liquid down here. That could get some of the crude oil as well, but I could I could live with that fact, or I could filter it after the fact. I think I'll just live with it, even though it's pretty warm. But this is far enough away from the base, I'm not terribly concerned about heat. over here. I'm going to say anything that I'm sweeping that's liquid, go ahead. Drop my priority. So I should see these bottles making their way out soon. Ooh, this went away. That's nice. I guess that all got mopped up. Sometimes that does that when they mop up in one tile. They take some liquid from next door, so that is really nice. And we're about to have this one. Why don't I do this? Just kind of like convince the liquid to kind of get a little bit closer to the pump. Here we are. Okay, so the pump is starting. What is that picking up? It's got crude oil as well as water. Let's just hold that off for a second, because my thinking is I will push this over first. Push it over on this side. Once I put a tile here, people are going to be able to go in and out, so let's do that as well. Engineer is here to create our tile. Hopefully fix this situation. Still have a vacuum right there, that's good. See a piece of oxygen up there. That's not really important. Maybe all that. Since we're here, I'll endeavor to get that out. Times like these, when you roll back, you have to wonder, what were you doing? And make sure that you do some of the critical things. Did I actually get this rolling back at this phase? Yeah, we've got our natural gas out. I'm not cooking with anything with gas. I know I had to block off the pips. And I've done that. Okay, and they're continuing to go along here. That means I should be able to give the orders. Gotta reconnect this fridge to all the things we've done before. Okay, so that is going to be barbecue meat. I'm going to push that over here instead. Did I make some? Maybe I shouldn't be investing too much time in case this system doesn't work out that I'm trying to fix. Okay, let's enable this. I'm hoping to mostly have water here. Hold on. I think we did it. Okay, I'm gonna get stuff to be removed. That's just salt water that needs to be swept. Oh, that could end us. Okay, inside here. Just make sure we don't have water content. Yeah, okay, we do need to get rid of that, but what I need to do is cut power. And then I'm going to reconnect this so that piece of water that's up there, that thing could have ended us. I don't know if I can. There we go. Whew. Okay. Alright, a little bit of repair here. This, in my mind, this is one of those cases, it's worth going back a cycle. Then trying to deal in this. Oh. Not empty. Sweep. You know what? Let's just sweep everywhere. Did I leave any? Yeah, let's just remove all the things. Why leave anything in this room? Just to be safe. I was thinking of putting thimbleweed seed on this side. I think I might put trees instead. So let's go collect all the acorns we have. I think there's just one. But there is a few I can get out of the stables. Actually, maybe I remove this one first. I'll have that put up here. One thing I do not want to see is this liquid go away. So maybe it would make a whole lot of sense. We just built a wall there, just to be safe. Now I'm going to start to populate this stable here since it's full of all thimbleweed seed. Move one of these pips down here. So I want to have this guy do this in an automated way. If this is below 9, no, 8. If it's below 8, which it should be, it should send a green signal. Okay, so we're getting a green signal sent. Now I gotta, excuse me, pipsqueaks, but I need to get to the pickup, critter pickup. There we are. So we will go after... Actually, we could do both types, Cuddle Pip as well. Oh, I couldn't get Cuddle Pip unless... Excuse me, Pips, conveyor loader. Oh, I already am selecting that as well. Okay, alright, fair enough. So that should lead to this stable being populated. Acorns are going to be dropped here. I'm going to see if I can aim to remove hydrogen. Let's see. Well, this should be easy, actually. All I need to do is this. And that. But, what about in this area up here? Let's create tiles here, here, and here. And get a ladder around the area. Destroy this. And make some more polluted water. Turn into polluted oxygen. This makes me feel better. That's right, I have to re-give you this skill because we rolled back. I'm not sure if frost burgers were ever made. I don't think so. Okay. The first ever frost burger is being remade. It's kind of weird to say. So, the moment that hits the ground, I should be able to stock it in here. Frost burger, 1 kilogram. Oops, we'll start consuming that. Get this created. How about we destroy 2 of these to try to trap some hydrogen. Not sure if I actually need to go higher, but I'm just going to make this 1 tile taller. Whoopsie. We've got a bit of an issue here. I'm going to fill this in. Actually, why don't we try our trick just for the... Oh, hold on, never mind. I have a thought. Okay, let's definitely fill this in anyway. I don't want to leak gas. But my thought is, maybe we don't need to do that, actually. Of course, it doesn't really matter on that particular tile. I was just thinking, since we're up here, we've got a very radioactive thing that is... Oh, well, these plants are getting some radioactive material on them. Why don't I destroy that and increase that? Oh, is that going to expose us to space up probably? Okay, maybe not that then. Okay, let's destroy that. One thing I am probably going to do soon is raise these rockets. We're getting a bit of heat here. I'm now starting this process of collecting carbon dioxide, so I'm going to do a little bit of experiment about bringing these guys a little bit higher and having a system to capture their carbon dioxide when they take off. It might be a little quicker if I go over to this area and have a second bubble to capture hydrogen. But I seem to do a pretty good job here. Maybe I'll quickly do the same thing in the middle. Anytime something went wrong, you have to roll back. You definitely find yourself rechecking that area quite a bit. Oh yeah, I meant to have this oxygen trap area. But yeah, so far this is looking clean. Oh, let's, I wanted to do a couple things here. I built 2 of these guys, and really, I didn't need to do that. Let's see, I'm gonna make this connect in like that direction instead, because I'm gonna put an extra sensor. I'm going to do an Atmos sensor and detect when we don't have a vacuum. Actually, that doesn't have to be made out of steel. Oh no, maybe we should. Maybe we should. Just in case this side collapses and heats this up. If that melts, well, that doesn't help us at all. In fact, maybe I should do that too. No, we should be okay, because the moment that happens, this vacuum is gone, this is going to scream at me. Airlock. Pause and zoom right to it. To decide how to best do this. So I've got this tile opened up. I'm going to put a temporary tile right there, just to make sure this becomes stable again. Come on, oxygen, you can make it. Oh, it's a little annoying. Just realized I have to remove the auto sweeper to complete. Well, not necessarily. Airlock. Oh yeah, okay, well, this has been a test. If it's above 0, do exactly that. Take me there. Maybe even scream at me. Yeah, that noise. There we go. So right now we're fine. Just gonna move the steel over there since it's just taking on heat. Let's not need it. I see that oxygen is there. You know what? Let's just do this, because this is just going to risk heat going up, which I don't want. So we've got these open just to capture a little bit of hydrogen that's down there. We are going to fill this in quickly. See a piece of oxygen here. I'm going to ignore that one. We'll see if that one ever actually makes it up. Though, if it did, it'd be easier to capture it where it is. Never mind. Let's just take care of it now. Boom. Not that I think that oxygen is going to be an issue, because it's not going to... no. Ha! Whoops. That was not a good placement at all. We'll just re-wrangle these guys, though, and they'll be brought back here. So we cleared that oxygen from over here and from here as well. So enough playing around with this area. What was that? Get rid of that too. Oh, someone's not happy. Okay, well, someone's gonna have to clean. Funny, this is cleaner, but Put that there for the rovers, that's right. Oh, they didn't... Oh, they had to go to the toilet. They didn't make a mess of their suit. Okay, well... Let's check that they actually made it. There we go. We didn't get all the hydrogen. But I can destroy this anyways. And we'll restore tile right there. Take these back, even though these guys can jump over that. 2 and 3. Maybe I will just do this same thing here. We'll be patient with this one. So I'm going to take away 2 tiles. So I'll add 2 tiles. Look at that, Cuddle Pip tending to an egg. I'm going to be bringing in new building. Botanical analyzer. I'm going to put that right here. I want that to fit in a laboratory, so I'm going to change this laboratory size to fit over here. We'll do another... No, we'll just do regular tile. It's currently not being used, so I guess it's not going to be a problem just to knock this wall over. In the meantime, we have a light source to technically make this a laboratory, but I'm going to put an extra one so whoever's using this has the ability to see. Always nice. Change to lead. Tackle analyzer, and we'll put that right there. And some power. What am I making that? Am I making that out of steel? Yeah, let's watch that. Power. Cancel. Grab some lead. How are we with lead? Decent, but I suspect I'm going to want to get some more once this rocket is emptied of natural gas and hydrogen. Actually, do we have natural gas? There's natural gas. We've got a tree planted. Put one right here. Do we have any more acorns? We do. Okay, I'll make sure that sits right there. And Pip will hopefully get attention on that. Just having a look at trees. Do they care about the atmosphere? So I have some hydrogen in here. Does not appear. They just care about the pressure. So that is a good thing. Though hydrogen should be slipping out of here over time. So we are transporting some polluted oxygen down here. I mean, that's great and all, but we probably want to have some optimization on power. So why don't we just do an Atmos sensor right next to it with something sensible. I'm wondering if I ever put an appropriate value here. If it's above, I don't know, 150, let's say. But I do want to raise these. I think that is something I'm going to do pretty soon. Guess we're not going to go anywheres with pips if I don't actually specify them in here, so we could do both cuddle and regular. I know I can fit more cuddle pips, I just don't know about the food situation. But I'll throw 8 in, and I'll see where we get with these, and if I think I can get away with more, well then we'll put in some cuddle pips. So with this pip stable starting to be populated, I'm going to take this out. In fact, they might be able to plant both at the same time, but I'll just keep going left. I'm going to get rid of these trees. Sorry, pips. So I guess that means we're going to dismantle this whole stable. I believe we've trapped the last hydrogen here, so I'll seal this off. After that is there, I'll get rid of these two. Let's go down, look, to see how this disassembling is going. Good, a couple more components. That's where I had, it was leaking the glass. We've got some power going through this room. Take back some of that. We also had the automation line go in here to pick up eggs. We'll take back that. Oh, dense puff egg. It has the lullaby effect. Awesome. Let's check on the pips down here. Good work. Where are we with sleet wheat? I'm not collecting sleet wheat. Why am I not collecting sleet wheat? I should be collecting sleet wheat. Let's do that. Over here, we will say, I want sleet wheat. Actually, speaking of that, why don't we get, I don't know that we'll have a lot, but we'll get a pinch of pepper nuts if you got them. So I should see the dupes or maybe even rovers on the way down. Now I'm still farming. My thinking is I'll wait until we get the first harvest of the natural sleet wheat before I do go and get rid of my farm, or at least the farm tiles. I'm only going to have fertilizer for so long, so I'm not producing it. But let's check. I've got some of these guys attending. I think I've got one per floor, and we'll see how, if they last long term. One of the pips here is it had expired. I have a no-go zone here for dupes because I don't want them to pick up the sleet wheat that's inside here. And there goes the hydrogen from in here. Let's just make sure that we destroy these two. So we get a full stable. So I should have 94 and then 96 with these two gone. You know, I should have known that the trees would just be replanted. How about we do this then? We'll put tiling all along here. Dig all this out. I want to be careful about the pips because I might want to use. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. I've got enough pips. What about the eggs? Eggs that are here just get moved up there. Move that one as well. Get rid of some of these tiles. And let's continue the flat, just roll over it, design. Now that's not a room, so technically we don't need doors here. Okay. See a few automation wires. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. Old piping. Now I will have to see if there's anything I want to build in this area. Might extend this as the industrial zone. couple thoughts on what I might do here. One of which is, first of all, I'm thinking let's stop consuming aluminum. I don't want to consume my lead or iron. Thinking gold is the most best thing to consume for the time being. I have the choice to extend this a little bit, so these guys should be producing more power, 1200 than these guys. Because I've got so much hydrogen, I don't think I really need to extend this, at least at the moment. I might need to in the future, but at that point I could very well have a power plant in a different location, so I think I'll have this as an industrial zone. Create some things that I haven't created so far. What would that be? I think better clothing. We've got a clothing refashioner. Let's put that in. I think that needs to be paired with just a regular crafting station. So many options. Where is crafting station? No. Textile loom. I wonder how much power do each of these take? 240, 240. Do I worry about that? They're probably not going to be running for very long, so you know what? Let's just put them on this circuit here. Except for the fact these are so close. Why don't I just do this? So I don't have to have them on this circuit. I will want a light source, of course. Let's see, that can be taken back. Hold on. That's not actually where I would want a floor normally. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get light source for each location or each of these buildings. Let's see, put one here. Put one there. Hook up some lights at both locations. We'll put in the fancy light to give some artistic inspiration to whoever is working. Make sure this bottom one here actually has some power. Got a bin here. I'm going to put, maybe don't need a lot. Let's see, 50 pieces of reed fiber. Chop that up quick. See some oxygen in here, and yeah, I guess it was not just a pressure issue. That's not necessarily a bad thing because I'm going to be switching to the dense pops. But let's stop that. Just checking on this setup. In the process of switching my egg sorting from here to here, I see numerous eggs of each type, so that is looking good. Should see some eggs in here. There's one, so we're just waiting for that to get to grow. So we've got a whole bunch of eggs. I'm just going to keep this at this location to automatically convert to meat. Got some reed fiber that's been filled up. I know Arndit will have that as high priority. Let's take a note of Frostburg. Almost 100,000 calories of that. So that's awesome. Having a look at what it takes to make fancier suits. So we need to have a snazzy suit and more reed fiber. So I've got plenty of reed fiber. That's not going to be an issue. I could either get my dupes to give up their suits and put it in here, but I'm thinking I'm eventually going to have more dupes, so why don't I just produce, let's say, 4 suits. I'll upgrade 4, get 4 dupes to put them on. They'll be taking off their suits, old version, and we'll see if that system works out. For the actual design, might as well have, I could either go with unique uniform for each, or like suit for each dupe, or have a uniform where everyone wears the same. I'll have to make that decision pretty soon. As I'm concentrating in this room, we're not doing any research at the moment, but we don't have a laboratory. Let's look. Every now and then, a single tile can destroy your rooms. Let's check on the pips before we get going with this. Excellent. Just 3 more. So, oh yeah, we've got rid of 1 stable. We're keeping this stable available. Oh, speaking of pips, we've got our acorns. We've got to have those dumped on the floor for them. But we've got a stable here. We've got 2 stables. This is still a stable of 96. Laboratory, 3 laboratories. All rooms within here. This is... I don't know if there's a bonus to actually having a kitchen, other than the fact that you can just use the... I think I could technically make that a kitchen, just simply by throwing... Oh, maybe it's in here. Spice, or even if I don't use it, I'll throw that there. I think that's what will make a kitchen. But yeah, let's make sure these are also stables. Good, good. Okay, buddy. We are getting you, dense bufflet. We're gonna get you to be moved in here. Even though you're a baby, but you're the first type of this critter. So we actually already have a mix of polluted oxygen and oxygen, so that is good. We've got the squeaky version. We don't have chlorine. If I did, I might consider that, but that's alright. Does not take you guys long to plant something. So while we're waiting, I think it's 18 cycles for those trees to grow. I'm going to leave the bottom pip stable alone. And then we'll relocate this later on. I have made my decision. We're going to do 4 of these. That's the easy part. But I'm going to do a variety. Let's do 1 of each. I'll essentially let the dupes choose what they're going to make. And whatever ends up on the floor, I'll start assigning this. So I'm going to actually do 1 of each, even though I'll only be able to create 4 for now. Of course, there's so much reed fiber. I could just make them all at the same time, but you know what? No, I'll do it this way, 4 at a time. We only have 8 tubes. Speaking of which, I'm over 1 million calories. Frostburger are starting to grow. I'm gonna check if I want someone that has interest in 3 things at a minimum. But I'm gonna start looking for new dupes. Seen something has fallen on that. I'm going to do this, but then click on this sleet wheat and cancel uproot. I think I might actually start collecting more polluted water. With the idea of creating clay. Because once I have this area filled with dense puffs, if it works out, I can start filtering this polluted water for oxygen in the process of making clay, which I can make to ceramic. And we have a kitchen. Okay, I noticed that we've got some eggs held up in this machine. We don't want to see that. That's bringing their vitality down, so this is going to be a very urgent thing to be fixed right now, dupes. Reading a comment from Cedric. So apparently if I want to get radiation, this is not the right type of door. So I'm going to take that out and I'll experiment with other doors or ways for that later on. So I do that. Got rid of those doors anyway. Technically, well, if I want to farm here, I still need this one, but I can get rid of this. And are we done? I don't think we are yet. Almost. Let's then put in the conveyor chute right there. Make that high priority. Getting this built. It's going to free the eggs. Get rid of those since we have our 4 trees growing now. There is the eggs, okay. That is good now. I'm noticing I don't have an auto sweeper. So let's put that in place right there. So that eggs will be brought over here so they, once the critters are born, they can be repopulating in the stable. I just haven't figured out, another comment from Cedric, these guys eat a lot of carbon dioxide. So it might be a low number of those that I have in here, but we'll see as we go forward. I see some meteorites on the way, so we're going to close this door. It's producing some clothing so that I can get that in the clothing refashioner. Also going to be generating a little bit of steel in a future project. I want to get experimenting with nuclear power, a nuclear reactor, and I know I need a good amount of steel for that, so we'll start that process now. So it looks like I need someone farming skill too. Is that chef that will give that to? Okay, so I have that. No mutant seeds have been found. So I guess we just play the waiting. Let's make this a high priority thing. And I can see that there's no power to the lights. Looking at this line here, let's go have a look inside our rocket Morpheus with its natural gas and hydrogen. Once this is empty, I want to take this rocket back to one of the worlds where I can get some natural gas. So I've got 2 options. We've got this one here, which seems to repopulate, so it could very well come back. I wouldn't mind getting access to more of the lead, so this might definitely be one place I go. The other option I could go to is here. And I've got some natural gas here as well. Now, the whole cooking arrangement that I've got, I'm over 1,000,000 calories. That's because I'm able to produce frost burgers now. That depends on sleet wheat. Well, we're growing tons of that. It also depends on lettuce. We've got tons of that. And it requires meat. We also have tons of that. The one thing that we can't really produce, on this asteroid anyway, is the natural gas. So if that runs out, we're running into problems. And because I'm thinking of taking more dupes, that we could get into issues quickly. So I'm going to design this little area here to let me know when this this pipe goes empty. Let's see. Alright, well, I'll go over here actually. Gas pipe element sensor. So I believe there's nothing for this size. That does the temperature. That's the germs. Okay. Then I think what I need to do is look for both of the 2 elements that are in here. Gonna open this door because we're gonna move this rocket and start experimenting up in this area. In fact, we might even completely remove that altogether actually. Okay, noticing that during some refactoring. They must have taken their power connection away. How about we move this over a little bit so I can get a ladder going directly up. We'll get further up here, just getting further away from the base so that I stop producing heat down here. And also want a clear area up ahead to experiment. Rancher, what are you doing? They're stretching their clothing out, applying some ink and dye, I guess. And I saw a little bit of ironing, so there it is. The first suit, purple polyester suit. I will give this to Rancher since they've made the first one. See, it's taking a little bit of time to create anything. Maybe that's because some of the labor is going into these machines. It is definitely time to get some rovers over here, but before I shoot this up, I'm going to relocate our platform. Another fancy suit about to be made. And who do I give this to? About astronaut. Okay, so we're going to search for the two things that are in here. One is hydrogen. The other is natural gas. If either one of those is true, we'll get a true on this. But we'll want to set that through a NOT gate. Possibly makes sense for a filter after that. And then the automation notifier. Another suit is just about to be made. I think I'll just go at the top of the list and work our way down till we've got every dupe with one of these fancy suits. There we are, the snazzy red suit. Give that to Baker. I think I'm at a special point in this particular playthrough where I started experimenting with things, and that could be for two reasons. Either things are going really well, and I think I've got the time to be able to try different things out, to learn more about the game, try to get better at some of my systems, or I could be doing absolutely terrible and I'm wanting to give up, and I might as well try a couple of things before I switch over. This is luckily the case where I think I'm doing pretty good, at least compared to other playthroughs, and a large part of that is thanks to a lot of the great advice I've been getting from you guys. So here we go. I already captured some carbon dioxide, but I'm going to be trying to get more. Let's see, I'll let you know my thinking as we're going around. But I'm going to be... Oh, let's actually, hold on. It probably makes more sense to relocate the rocket first. So let's do that. Up to this location. We've got a blue suit. I'll give that to Chef. Engineer is putting the finishing touches on this new rocket platform located further up. I'm going to get them to go onto this rocket. We'll deploy a rover while we move this. So this is 342. So I'll do the rover first. Land that right there. And we want 342, so we should be landing now on our new rocket platform. There we are. This is looking good. We are able to do another takeoff with what we've got, but I'll bring the pipe up to fill it for future missions anyway. Oh, this, even though that was way up here, these pumps took in a little bit of carbon dioxide. That is interesting. Let's go across. Actually, you know what? I've got a thought. Let's just hold off on that for now. We can build a ladder across and dig that out. Well, we have an engineer who is currently in there and they can't get down. Not ideal. So let's do this at priority. Actually, what I need a material. Oh, never. Well, no, never mind. I can destroy this. And well, what is this made out of? Granite. Let's destroy these two ladders. I'll go in here. And is that granite? That's granite, actually. That's going to allow engineer to build from the top. And someone else, hopefully, will help us down here, but... Oh yeah, you built the two things you could. Maybe I should have, Alright, let's go back. Destroy one of these tiles. Now if I change this to igneous, you can do that. But, you know what? This guy is already built. Why don't we get you up again? Change location. But this time I want to watch. So engineer's going back in. We're taking off. Consuming some of the carbon dioxide. But I want to look at essentially how far... I'm trying to figure out how big to make this catching carbon dioxide area. Also don't know if walls will prevent material. Maybe we'll do that as a test. I'm going to make walls right here. And I'm going to see if carbon dioxide goes through it or not. We've got a little bit more built up. Of course, we're in space right now, so that's not going to be as much, but... So I'm thinking... Well, we'll see if this wall trick works, first of all. Watching this setup here, it looks good to me. I'm just going to change that to 10 seconds. And we'll call this rocket ready. It's not really an error message. We'll do that one. This is kind of like get your attention, but not necessarily a serious thing. That just means that we've got to think about natural gas. Speaking of which, let's make sure this is going well here. Yep. Storing hydrogen, storing natural gas. We are ready to launch again. This time I'm going to test to see if carbon dioxide is going to go through the wall or not. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is being contained. I just wasn't sure whether the game was just going to like generate it all around, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It's generated here and being pushed out, and if you've got a wall, so that just means I don't have to make the wall way out here. Then what I'm thinking is, why don't we make a column like this? I'll put a door right here just to get construction done, but I won't expect anyone to go through that, hopefully when we're actually taking off. We'll also get this pathway like that, just to take into account the radiation. I'll make this out of plastic. 2, 3, 4, though. Well, yeah, we'll just leave. We'll see what happens. I think the plastic, doesn't that have a slow heating? Yeah, we'll probably replace it with a new rocket design anyway by then. But yeah, let's see if we can get this much built. Oh, I want to make sure that I put in... I liked this design here. The checkers. I think that's pretty good for a rocket. We're going to cover this whole area. We'll wait for that to be built to go any further. Though maybe we should concentrate on radiation protection going up the stairs. Some pumps here. I think I made that out of steel, so we can get that back. Move them up. How are you here without... What trick did you do to get around that? Well, let, Okay, are you in the rocket right now? View interior? No, I don't know where they went. Hopefully back in base. So moving this door over just a little bit, so I can see if I can fit 4 pumps to scoop up carbon dioxide that's being dropped off. Dupes are looking a little green, so I'm just going to give them a little bit of extra protection. Actually, I assume plastic ladder, so it's not something the rovers can build. So why don't we do this instead? Where I put that wall may not maybe causing an issue here for this guy, but I guess I can destroy it once I figure out this design. We'll move this guy. Maybe have to rebuild a wall, but anyway. Let's get this area here built before anything else dupes, because that's going to give you a bit of radiation protection. With some radiation vomiting, we'll have to look around the base to see if there's anything that needs to be cleaned up. And there definitely is. Okay, this is at least going to give some protection. In order for this to work, we're going to need some power up here. Just trying to decide. Do I bring the heavy watt wire up? Or do I make some transformers? Let's see. I think in this case, heavy watt wire is close enough. We'll just do that. We want to completely seal this thing off. Technically, I don't need the corner, I don't think, but whatever. Let's fill in that little section. We'll close this off. Might also be good to remove this guy over. But how about we bring up the transit tube, just to get dupes up here quickly. New blueprint item. Pastel blue, cool. So I need to find some place to push power through. Let's put the pumps in first. Sometimes power can get in the way. I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4 of those guys. We'll do power first. Let's see. I guess I can put that right there. Plug in that, and we'll go in like that. Okay, so that's going to give me 4 connections to pump in some gas. I can only combine 2 at a time. Let's put in a little bit of logic. I noticed that I didn't want to see these guys running when the pressure is low. So put that logic like that. I think the next little bit is just to find some place to store it. For now, how about just over here? We'll see how well this system... or do I need 2? Okay, maybe I do. So ideally, just in case this is hot stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two. And I'll trace a path. 1 like this. And 1 connecting to the other side. Say keep going as long as you're above. Let's see what a value of 100 is like. The dupes are up doing that. I'll give out these suits. Oops, you already had one. Oh, I guess I'm changing yours. So as some of these dupes are taking off their normal suit, we're able to get this running again. I think there was at least 1 dupe that didn't have a snazzy suit, so let's just generate at least 1 more. Okay, I just need to look for a snazzy suit and replace that. Looks like we've completed our Sleetwee mission down here. I'm going to get rid of this door. Get rid of that one as well. How about we move you down to that last one. And there's another suit to be given out. I think we might be able to give this a go. Let's make sure this door is shut first. Engineer is shutting the door, which is super convenient. They're the pilot for this. So we'll go on a very short mission. We've got a rover. Let's, okay. Here we are. So I've got 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Let's fire this thing off. So we see some heat here. These are firing up right away. carbon dioxide. Quite heavy up here. So the idea is these guys pump it out. That's going to help make carbon dioxide fall, I'm hoping. And start capturing it. These two locations. So we're obviously losing some up here. But we can't put pumps everywhere. Let's just make sure that I get this guy back on the ground with his rover. We're able to land and still have this thing run. So I do see carbon dioxide well up here. So yeah, I just want to have a look at how much we spent on a single one. So maybe it was 30. And I'll let this run and see how much it's still going. Oh, wow. So you get more back. This is one of those games where, or one of those components of this game where they're not careful about how much you conserve. You get more than what you put in. That is so cool. So not only could I refill this rocket, I'm going to get some extra. And I could possibly tweak this a little bit more. This is continuing to run. I notice we're getting pretty close to 100 grams. Just wondering if that is in fact where I should leave it. So we still have carbon dioxide, but it's very thin. We're getting very small amounts. Probably wasting the power having it run, so the remainder of the carbon dioxide can just leak out in space. I'll let that settle and we'll do a count. Let's have a look. We've got 100 kilograms over here, 104, and 108. Just curious if which one, the left side, oh, I have this switch around, so the left side is the right and the right side is the left. This guy here had a little bit more. So, meaning these two pumps, I guess that kind of makes sense, because these two are off to the side just a little bit. But anyway, I had a thought. So, 104 and 108. What if, would it have been any better if I put that in like that? Is there any way to go in any more than that? I don't think you can get... No. Alright, well, we'll see what this does. It must be a Thursday. I've got a lab flask ceiling light. Interesting. See a critter here. So I'm going to move you over here. I think we should give a deodorizer in this area so that you can get some oxygen. Rocket ready. Yeah, okay, what, there is still a little bit, but maybe that was just the last. Oh no. That's flowing again. Alright, false alarm. You know what? I'm gonna change this. Do 100 seconds. Okay, so this is sealed up. I'm just gonna take note of our values here that we're starting with. 104.6, 108.1. Let's not let anyone in, please. Oh, we've got stuff on the floor. Someone might pick it up. What are the chances? You know what? Let's just lock this door, just in case. Adding a second one of these up here. Or third, rather, I guess. So engineer's gonna go in. We're gonna go one tile away. Begin our launch. So immediately, even before the rocket moves, these guys kick in. So we are seeing carbon monoxide flow up like very tall distance away. So we're not capturing it all. But we're getting a good amount nonetheless. We'll just see what those little side tiles do. Just make sure this guy is back on the ground. So my thinking, this is going to prevent some of the carbon dioxide from flowing in, encouraging it to flow down. What are we at? 133 and rising. So engineer is long gone, but the pumps are still doing their thing. Just checking this room out, and it is 90, and these guys are crowded. I don't know how I got that so far off. I will poke at 6 of these to at least get back to normal. Getting around this way, it's going to be a little more challenge. So these guys have turned off. Let's look. We got 241.1 and 247.4. Let me calculate the difference. So we've got here an increase of 136.5. Or actually, it's an increase of 31.9. And we collected 136.5. This is technically these two. And this guy still did more. So it collected 139.3 with an increase of 31.2 versus the first run. For my next test, I'm going to put door right here. We're going to put a wall along this side. Wall right here. We're going to fill in with the same drywalling all the way up, with the idea of maybe I even go one more like that. But the idea is essentially getting the carbon monoxide to go up here, but be able to pull it back down with 2 new pumps. So we'll have 6 pumps in total. Put one here and one here. Connect those to some automation. Maybe it could be a separate automation sitting right there. These are going to need some power. And then we're going to combine their gas and send it into this. And just see what we get out of this. So I found the path that allowed dupes to go without Atmos suit in this area. Let's make sure we put an end to that. So I don't want to see anyone up in the space area without Atmos suits anymore. And a little piece of mopping up is needed right there. Oh, look at this. Engineer putting the last pieces on this, so we're going to send them up. And see how this functions. Also put in some tiles here that we've got, what, 26, 18, 25 degrees. I'm just curious if there's any heat that's coming out of this. If I put a vacuum right there, there is... I think there was a little bit there. But let's watch this carbon dioxide. So we get 2 pumps there further up. I'm thinking maybe we can try to grab a little bit of carbon dioxide that's making its way up to here. It's pretty thick with carbon dioxide, gonna be honest. Let's now deploy a rover. And I will send the rocket back down. Engineer can leave. I guess they're going to technically let a little bit out when they go out, but that's fine. I'll let this run, and then I'll add up the total to see what we end up with. Rovers, you're really messing up the whole plan here. Oh, no, luck. Apparently I'm not keeping them busy enough, so we're going to lose a little bit on that. Rovers don't mop, so that doesn't really help. What if I said, just grab me all the stuffs, maybe not anything liquefiable, but just to keep them busy. Should lock that door. Oh well. We have another visitor. This rover decided to go in here to fix this, which I guess is the right idea, but he's gonna trap them in. Alright, I'll keep them in there until these pumps are done. There we go. I'll open this door so that rover can leave. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got 382, 391, and 153. So for these pumps up here, we've got 153 on this run. We've got, let's see, 141 and 153. Again, a little bit more here. For a grand total of 437. 437. Wow. That was compared to the 275 before, or the 212 on the first run. Thinking to myself, one way, if I was desperate, I'm not going to do this. I could put a door here and open and close the door, and that would let the carbon dioxide stay in this area. The only thing is that's extra work for me, so I'm actually quite happy with the return on this. So this means instead of sending carbon dioxide up, we're going to be pushing it down because we're generating carbon dioxide with this setup. That's pretty cool. Next thing we should do is put in a transit tube to go up, just to make it easier to get up to this place. Just in case the dupes want to exit down here, I'm going to put a separate exit for that case. So we might want to do some construction at this zone at some point. Well, with all this carbon dioxide that I'm now going to start to generate, let's put in infinite storage here. I'm going to do a different design that I've never done before. And I'm going to put essentially 2 pumps in here, just in case we ever need that. Have that feeding out. Put 2 of these guys right there. Then we'll put in some drywall. But we put contrasting the black carbon dioxide. This one, fresh white.
I don't know if this 2-pump might be useful. I'm kind of wishing I had done that here in the hydrogen. Maybe there's a chance I would need to push that much hydrogen out at once. Continue on this. So we'll send some power in out of that heavy watt wire. That would be nice. Make this out of steel just in case it gets hot. Put that one there. What is the temperature that was generated? 62. That's not bad. So I need to find some salt. I should have lots of that because there was lots of mopping up at one point. Something in the grams. Can we get something in the kilograms? I'll find something here. Just out of abundance of caution, I'm going to actually put crude oil in there. Because I don't know the temperature that this is ultimately going to get up to. With many blasts going on in the future, I think we could even technically do one now. Just having a look at the temperatures here, it's confusing because the gas, it doesn't appear to be that warm. The carbon dioxide in this area, oh no, that's 100 degrees, okay. Yeah, we are going to get heat over here over time. But this guy in particular has already made it to the point where he's overheating. Ouch. Okay, so this setup was cool and all, but okay, this is gonna take more work because okay, but wait now, for like a second it was in that state. But somehow the temperature goes way down. Now, is that just because this block is cooling the carbon dioxide? I'm just wondering if after firing rocket after rocket after rocket, are we going to get to like 300 plus where steel breaks? Well, of course, this couldn't just be this simple. This is oxygen not included. There's no way it would be that simple. Okay, let's just get this rover down anyway. Just look at the hydrogen level in here. It is much lower now. So that is good. At some point I'll be able to connect all of this zone here so we don't need this. But I'll let this run a little bit more because that's still pretty high for at least flooding the base. We were mopping up some crude oil. Okay, so we've got 18 kilograms for... Let's bring in the 4 and something right up here. Now the other thing I've got to be careful of is meteorites smashing and breaking this, so we give a little bit of protection to tiles up here. Let's make sure we've got our piping going in. So how about we enter from down here? Oh yeah, I want to set a priority though. Okay, make sure we build this before we seal this off, and we'll override this pipe like that. Just thinking about this design, how about we do something slightly different? I'll go down like this. And we can connect this guy up. This can stay there and go in that direction. Oh, and no longer connect right there. So this guy will override both of them. We've got our crude oil in there. Let's empty that now. Now, if this does get too hot, my understanding is that's going to convert to petroleum, so we will still be good. We've got power here. Take this wall out for now. Bring over our power. With all this in place, let's give this a test. So we can just take all of these and start dumping that. Oh. I'm realizing. Unless I want to, maybe I keep these on hand. Maybe that's how I do it. Okay. So yeah, we will load everything in here. I could have more than one of these guys down here if I wanted to. Dun, 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 do I bother? Because I would have to actually have... Yeah, no, let's not do that. So I'll connect all the outputs. And this is cycle 400 coming to a close. We've survived this long. So I see a single pipe needs to still be created there. I can start loading the 2 bottom containers. So now what I will do, I will direct this gas to go towards here. Now it's going to be pretty warm, so I'm going to switch to insulate it once I get towards this area. So we'll go down into the base, and we're going to head towards... So it's going to do 2 things. One, it'll, well, just refresh the rockets, but it also feed these guys. We should do that at priority. Let me think. So I would have to do something like this. Connect that again. Insulate it. We're going to take this up right here. And connect here with the gas bridge. I think at this point I'd like, this rocket can't go anywhere. If I do that, I'm going to interrupt unloading of that. But I can reconnect that after. So I'm going to destroy this whole wall. So starting to dump that carbon dioxide into this little area. Don't know if that's a reachable area or not. Let's just destroy these 2 so that we can get over. So now I need to decide where I want to put my other rocket platform. I'm thinking that this rocket's not going to go up as often. This one could go every cycle if I wanted to push it that much. But I think I want to have a platform right here. So I'm going to let these guys drain, get all that carbon dioxide out of the way, destroy these, and I have to recreate them somewhere else, get a platform in. Maybe while some of that's going on, we'll do a quick check of a few things. Let's see, how is our eggs doing? We've got a few dense puff eggs. I'll just let those naturally hatch. We've got Prince Puff as a backup. We should only have 1 in here. So this guy's almost being too productive. Oh, we can still have some food oxygen. C96. We got 96 up in here, so you guys should now be happy. Okay, they're groomed. This guy, we're still waiting for these trees to grow. calories is over 1,000,000. Curious about this rocket, or rather, not that one. Do we still have a vacuum? Just want to make sure that is maintained. I think without rovers or critters going around, it's not really at risk of changing until we come back. Let's just look at overall temperatures. Pretty green, actually. Though I don't think I have cooling going on over here. Or next to these guys. Maybe that's what I should do right now. So I want to bring some cooling in over here. I'm going to make a little change like this. The idea is I want to run the cooling line through the tiles if I can. So go through like that, and like that, and like that. See this tough little area where this can't get completed. How about instead, just go down here. Now we've got this going in every direction, so let's do a few things. I'll cut this right here. Cut this right here. Let that water drain out. There we are. We're going to do a cut right here. This needs to stay active like that. Hold on for a second. There we go. Okay, so... oh, wait, one more. Need to choose a direction. This is a little area that's kind of in a reverse. Fair enough. Okay, we'll continue that counterclockwise direction. So we'll make granite pipes, if these aren't already. Oh, wait. Connect that. Put in some of our bridges. Go in this direction. And exit over here. And we just need to loop back to complete the line. With a quick little jump. Oh, said with a quick little jump. Right here. We emptied one of these guys, so I'm going to take that one back. Since we have so much carbon dioxide, I'm definitely going to cut off this line here of providing carbon dioxide from the base. And instead, we're going to send carbon dioxide from from the rocket itself, ironically enough. So let's turn this area on. So I'm going to cut this right there. And connect this right here. And we should start seeing this flowing through or not. Maybe we just need to give it a second. Is there any problem with this? Possibly not, but just out of abundance of caution, I'm going to take this out. Temperatures here is getting a little bit on the warmish side. It's actually colder over here than it is here. I don't like to see that, so I'm going to open this up. And let's put in a hydrogen line that goes and visits this area, this specifically. To do that, I'm going to put a granite tile right here. I don't know if radiant pipes might actually be too efficient. Let's just start with granite. Go up like that, and we're gonna go down and visit in here. Fill this thing with hydrogen.
Oh, nobody can get down here. Okay, we'll make a path. Looking at the bottom of the base, the water, obviously, from this guy is starting to run. Things are getting a little bit warm. Oh! Nuclear waste. That needs to be mopped up and removed. Fortunately, that pump isn't currently running. So we've got this line I'm about to connect, and I realized that was not the only piece of water that's been cycling around. That shouldn't matter as long as I have everything well above freezing, but I am going to endeavor to clean this out to make it just brine. Just before I do that, though, let's look at the temperature. It's pretty warm here. And with this machinery, we're going to have to keep up with it. I was going to put in aluminum. Maybe I'll have to do steel. For now, I'll just put a piece at the end, a piece at the middle, and a piece at the start of this, and we'll see how that treats our setup. So not only do we have water in our line, I also see we have a shortage of liquid. So I'm going to actually get the whole thing to bypass this setup. Because this was meant to handle if we have too much. Actually get rid of this. Or if we need it, we'll put it somewhere else. So these guys are now empty. Oh no, I guess that one isn't, but get rid of this. Get rid of this so we can move a rocket in this area. Let's start loading some brine into this guy. Let's do that right here. Just gonna make sure this whole thing is connected. So brine will go in this direction. Other liquids will go out here, and I'll just cut in between the two of them. Try that again. A little bit of a cut right here. So putting in water filter right here. I'm going to connect this to the cooling line. It's not going to be a long-term thing. So the idea, I'll get brine out there, and we'll just throw the water in with this. Can reuse this pipe. Oh, hold on. Make sure that didn't cause some sort of controversy. Oh, we've got some ice. Let's undig that, but not the sleet wheat. Cut this. Oh, I don't think that was going anywhere. The idea is once we get brine in here, we'll chop it up if it's needed. Hold off just for now, though. So over here, I've got my hydrogen line. Oh, I need some sort of directionality in order to make this thing flow, though, don't I? Make it go clockwise. And we'll top up this line right here. Would like to relocate the rocket down below over here so I can start to get more rovers again. Oh, we need a few of these out of the way. Let's connect this up. So if I do this, I'm forcing all liquid, at least for a cycle or two of the pipeline, to go through this. That did not work, because I did not select water. Try that. Do I have any water on the way? Of course not for a little bit, but it will go through. Let's put this rocket platform right here. Now, I'm not going to put the carbon dioxide capture because this one's not going to go up as often, but let's make sure we at least get a ladder to go up. In fact, I just realized the dupes are going to arrive right there. We'll probably want to do that as well. Our carbon dioxide is lined up and now ready to go to be consumed by these guys. Here we go. So we've got our hydrogen line going through. Taking coldness from down here. And bringing it up to these guys. So we'll check back in a little bit to see what difference that made. Looking at this, I'm noticing it's going to destroy this stuff underneath. Make sure there's no stuff other than just the tile. So I'm going to click on this. Destroy all this. But I think I can get trees closer together. I didn't originally plan to put trees in here. So I'm going to change this door out. Could also probably get some of these back, but maybe I'll keep them just in case I decide to change back to this in the future. Now, I don't think I've got any more trees. Oh no, I do have more trees. I just need to dig them up. Okay, so we'll make an alternate route down here. And what we'll do, we'll put in some more wild or metal tiles. What is this line? That is technical. That was where I was dropping off crude. Get rid of that. Okay, I don't need two dupes to do this, so let me just change the crew to just astronaut. We will go up one tile. And we'll move over here to 564. Begin. That rocket moved. We can get rid of this. Let's try giving this a connection. So this is just going to allow the brine line to do nothing because we don't have brine in there. Right. Probably because we would need to move this guy over there. Oh yeah, I've just been alerted that there is no gas. That is technically true, but not because the rocket is empty, but rather we don't have a pipe to take in that natural gas anymore. Okay, make sure I get the right pipe. I'm gonna connect this over. Go up, we will do a jump. In the wrong direction. Whoops. You want to be leaving from the rocket and going towards the base. Do that. We will put in connection right there. From the output of this down to there. How is that water doing in our brine line? Still see some pieces, so we're still waiting for this. There we can see some water going out of our cooling line. Brine line is being allowed to go through. Rover called it quits. We can install the wall back for this. You gotta fill in some tiles over here. Put one here, 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 here. Some here and here. And go a little bit up more. So we get a bin in the area. So I can clean these out before we put in doors. Just watching this water come out to make sure it doesn't become backed up. Because it is sharing the line right here. I might, let's see, am I going to need to do something? I think not, actually. Because this one should be going at half speed, and I've got less than half water going through here. That's what I figure anyway. Also noticing, I probably don't want to be effectively warming this zone. I could take coolness from here. Maybe I'll do this later. That wouldn't be a bad idea when it's needed. Because this will get colder and colder. These guys produce minus 55 degrees. On the other hand, we don't want to warm up these guys. So maybe I'll cut the actual path that goes through here. And just have it go, skip that for now. But we could take advantage of that coolness from the carbon dioxide at some point. Is that the last piece of water? I think it just might be. I had another, it was over here. We want to visit these guys with the cooling line. Because they're producing a bit of heat. So that's easily done. We'll go over, visit this guy as well. Gonna do another test fire. This one is not going to be as efficient at collecting carbon dioxide, but I want to more watch the heat situation. So I want to have that go up. In particular, I'm curious about the clearance from here, so I'm going to make a note of which tiles are taking on heat. I'm assuming this guy's probably safe. Maybe these two are not. Pretty sure we captured all the water. I'm going to keep this system just handy, just in case I find some other liquid or water back in the line. We've got this system still going, topping up the brine line as it goes through. Let's call engineer on board. We'll do a little test launch right up here as soon as they arrive. Engineer is boarding. Okay, we're going to watch this carefully. Okay. We've got 52.3 and 37.8. Okay, we are getting heat here. But not here. That's what I was curious to know exactly. These guys are taking on disabled by grow. That's just this here. That'll change in a second. Automation wire 225. It goes up to 300 and some. The pump itself. Yeah, what's the maximum it can take? I think it's 275 because it's made out of steel. But it's only taking damage for a short period, but that's only because the temperature drops so quickly. I don't see a damage bar, but I am worried long term that this is going to cause issues. So just click on this for a second. We'll deploy our rover. I'll also look at, let's throw that over there. Go for a second. We'll go down. Have a look at this. I guess this sort of demonstrates what I think is going to be a problem. Yeah. So these pumps can't run efficiently. So this just gives more time for the carbon dioxide to flow out of here and not capture as much. But yeah, the important bit, I want to see how far down this was going to take on heat. I've got to do something about the heat situation. I'll think about that. So I want to make sure when I've got a pip in here with some acorns, they're going to actually plant. I can't do there because we've got branches growing. That's alright. That should... hold on. Do not do that. Just in case I want to roll back from trees to something else. Just gonna build a full ladder system going across like this just to remind myself where things will be safe. So from the ladder down, I'm safe from temperature. But in this zone, not so much. If a pip can be caught somewheres, it'll be caught somewheres. Good job, Pip. Gonna hold off on digging up these trees and getting them to move here until these guys start to grow full set of branches. Might need to build a pump over here just to get the brine at that location. Actually push the brine that's here over just by doing that. At the moment, I'm questioning the logic of insulating the two of these, but let's have a look. Hydrogen line is nice and cool. It probably is effective enough of taking coldness from down here, but not effective enough at dropping the coldness up here. So I'm going to put a radiant pipe just on this side of things. Actually, yeah, cover the tiles in particular, but actually the hydrogen is good conductive gas. So we've got our tiles here ready to go. Oh, hold on. I don't know that it matters since the trees are spaced out, but we'll still go left to right just in case. So I got rid, that's right, of my drop-off station to make room for that. I think the only place this is going to fit, this far end corner, right here. I'm going to throw a door right here. So I want to continue out this way, initially just to get some protection from radiation, but also protection from meteorites. Actually, if I do this right, I will build a door here quickly, and I'll tell only the rovers to go out. Basically, no dupes. No sense exposing dupes to radiation if it's not needed. Just decide to dip down so we can make this a little bit of an easier build. At the moment, we've got this ready. Rancher, you've got to get the idea that you're not allowed out here. Yeah, you're liking the okay, you're not quite getting it, actually. Let's move you over there. There we go. So yeah, after a few fires, this guy is taking damage. Okay. Let's clear this area out a bit. My thinking is I want a steam turbine. You might actually want to warm things up and do a really good job of taking in liquid pipe. That's going to take that heat and at least get it down below 275. So my first thought was to put some of these guys, 3 out of steel in here, but 400 per. No. I think I'm going to redesign this to be able to handle that so I won't need gas reservoirs down here. But I think what I am going to do, I'm going to have a cooling line go through here, made out of steel, at least dotted with steel. I'm going to visit these guys, maybe visit you, and let's see, I want to go through here. Maybe we'll kind of do this pattern like this. This is a good amount of steel, though. Maybe I might be overdoing it, but what I can do is just claim some of this back. But, let's go up like this. Maybe I'll change this to go like that. Okay, and then we'll have this guy here. I'm just going to dot this just to minimize the amount of steel. Alright, so I'm going to fill this up. I'm thinking petroleum. Now, I want to build a steam turbine. I'm just not sure the clearance I need to get over, so I'm going to do a little bit of a test just to see which tiles here take on heat. Right, rovers, so let's make this rock actually if we can. Continue this at the highest priority, well, higher priority than everything else anyway. I just realized where my natural gas, which landed, well now it's down here, which is nice because it's out of the way of these guys. That came when I produced a bit of petroleum. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take some of this crude oil. So we need, ideally anyway, an insulated line. Oh, we'll just reuse this. This was the crude oil coming down. I can bring that up. It's going through liquid. It's just going to be a small amount. Okay, I just need to have a place that I produce this petroleum from this. Actually, we need to have a pump. Get rid of that a little bit. Make sure we make this out of steel. Gold amalgam actually might be fine, but yeah, I have this set. What is the current temperature? Current temperature's now. Oh yeah. Okay, let's. You know what? I could always destroy this if I want to get my steel back. Let's just be safe. That will need some power. I'm going to make, going to ask for more steel here. 20 piece. We'll make that a lower priority, so if the dupes are running out of something to do, you can do that in slower time. My plan for this little oil refinery, I'll just throw it right here. Clear out this zone. We will need to bring in the heavy wires. Do that. Send some of this down on this side of it. We'll insulate. And we'll have to have another line go out of here. We will insulate, at least on this side. Through here, I guess, we don't really care. I'm going to come out here so that I'm not destroying natural tiles. From this point on, we will insulate, connecting to here. This goes up to way around in that fashion. I mean, that'll work. we'll start to load petroleum in this line at some point. Okay, I think we're ready to do a test. We have 22, 20, so not the same, but I just care about increases. I will call on engineer. Let's see here. This is 60. That's oh yeah, that's next to the hot carbon dioxide. But yes, these ones I'm watching. $22 and nothing. Okay. All right. So it does spray heat down here, but not over here. That is what I want to know. I'm not sure about this tile, but I'll just be safe and not build anything that's liquid or anything that's sitting there. Because with the steam turbine, I need to keep it cool on top, and I don't want to add heat where I'm doing that. Okay, so with that knowledge, I'll have a think about where I want the steam turbine. Here is what I plan to do. So I'm going to put steam turbine right here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Put ladder going up so that they can get to it easily. Maybe one on this side too, because I think I'm going to seal this in the end. We are going to want the actual steam turbine itself. Throw that right there. That will need to dump water. Let's see, that's right there. Put this side of insulated pipe, at least for the first 2 tiles, or 3. We will need some drywalling. Let's do a fresh white. So some on top of the thing, some below. So I'm going to be sealing it off here. Let's continue this like that. Before I seal this up, let's make sure we get even more steel used up. I'm going to go there. Let's see, I'll try to get away with granite in between. Once I load in that petroleum, I need something that's going to give direction. We'll go clockwise. I'll just put this right there to do that. Let's load in some coolant on top of our steam turbine. We'll steal some from this system here. It's going round. Actually, not only that, we need that line to keep this thing cool. Can make that out of lead. Alright, think clockwise. Continue along like this. But maybe before I do that, let's load in some water. Let's get rid of that bridge. I'm going to make this out of granite, seal this area up. This is where the steam is going to be. Bring in our power. Let's connect our water line, or at least not maybe not fully connected, but at least get it up there. So go like this and this, just to have on the ready. change this cooling line to make its way up here. I think it is necessary, but I'll just insulate that. So we're going to go clockwise, so I'm going to make sure that this goes like that. And that we're going to have one drop-off liquid. So we'll connect this to our water line at some point. Let's put in that refinery. The refinery just gonna sit right there. So the idea is we'll put crude oil in. Petroleum will make its way out. If I ever got into the business of making lots of petroleum, this might not be the best place because the dupes have to go up here, through here, down there to get there. Maybe it's not terribly good. Oh, make it at least a little more efficient by doing that. But we just need a small amount for this particular build. To actually go the full way so we can get some lights in here. The dupe sensor. If I was also going to run this for a long period of time, I might be concerned about heat generation. I will get natural gas down here. I guess that's going to be fine. We've got a cooling line going through, though. It'd be so easy just to do this. Actually, did I connect? No, I did not. Okay, I'll do that now. So that's this cooling line. Going through. Once the piping is ready, I can... Oh, hold on. I only want a certain amount of water, so I probably should stick around. So I'll hold off and do that. Let's go look to see if this system here has cooled off this. -8. Okay, I'll let that continue to run. -12 over here. Let's check on the temperature of these guys. Let's see, they're just above 100. So we've got this line going through, taking heat that's being generated over here. So that is 110. And we've got 109 going in over there. So these guys, let's see actually where they are. That one hasn't changed. Well, we've got an egg. What? Oh, no power. Well, then we need to do something about that. Why do we know? Oh, okay. Yep, I see why. Let's get that connected. We don't want to keep eggs in there in the long term, that's for sure. Rover down. Let's start dropping some liquid in here. All I need to do is tap that. Actually, if I hadn't made a cut there, I'd already have water there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Do rover launch at the same time. Just get the extra help. Okay, rover has been added to our base. And then aim to get about 75 kilograms. I'm going to see if I can cut this here. We've got over 75. Hold on, let's... No, let's not flood this machine. Get rid of that. If I connect this back, I just want to get that water out of the way, because now I want to get the cooling line to go through. If I do this... Hold on, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're going to the T. Let's get rid of that. start to get the water to go out of the way. Okay, because I want to make room for my petroleum line. Oh, that's never going to go anywhere. How about we do this? We'll just put this in liquid reservoir to get it emptied. And we'll deal with that another time. Make sure we do a cut right here. Otherwise, we'll get that filled with liquid from the base. And I no longer see any eggs in here. So what was... Oh yeah, I was going to check. See, 2%. We may have lost it because the getting molten because the temperature was going down. So we'll check on them in a little bit now that temperature has been risen. We can plan in now. Cooling line. So we're going to have this go like that. Just one dot in the way. Okay, well, we'll have to wait for that, I guess. But I can either make a bridge or we'll go round. Why not be funny and go round? I was wondering why no construction was happening here. I was preventing dupes from getting in. My thinking is I could put 2 granite tiles, and that would just further enhance the heat transfer between these two environments. In addition to the petroleum line that is going to be going in. Okay, so that's being drained out. Awesome. That's going to allow me in just a moment to do a cut right here. We can insulate that pipe and have a look. Is that making its way all the way around? Almost. Also, I need the crude oil go in. So this is the part that I don't do so well. I want to load in petroleum, but I don't want to send too much in so that it stays in the pipes. Someone could be proving me wrong in comments, but I don't think there's a way to click on a pipe and see how much liquid could fit or what the total size is of this particular line. I guess that makes sense because you can branch in all kinds of directions and that type of thing anyway. I will have to just make a good guess at how many tiles we've got and aim to cut this at the appropriate thing. You know what? Let's just go a little shorter than I probably need. Maybe that's an easier way to do it and see what's missing. So I'm going to bring petroleum up to this point. Actually, I could just do a T, can't I? I don't need that. And we'll push just that much in. In fact, we can start right now. Cleaner on the job and then off the job. I forgot to load water in here, so what I've got to do is actually cut this. Oh my goodness, where are you going? Oh my goodness. No. Okay, cut that. That needs to be flipped around the other way anyways, but fortunately this didn't have anywhere to go. We want to push you. Oh, that might actually be hard just because we're adding this that's missing. I could throw it in here. Then I'm going to have a mix of liquid. You know what? Let's just add a second one. And drain this out there. So I'm going to be draining from here. Hold on. Why are you going in that direction? Oh, maybe because that hasn't been built yet. Okay, I see. We've got some meteorites.
So I'm just checking to make sure we've got good cover on all of this. Maybe I will just peer out just to be safe. So I don't see any of these critters other than this guy. They're getting wounds. I don't know if that's because of the cold or they're being attacked. I'm just going to move them out and then aim to not do that down there. Okay, let's see. Keep seeing this. This is C. We must be around the temperature where if we're getting water. I need to get water out of there. Otherwise, this is just going to keep happening. I'll just dig this out for now, but make sure we don't do that. Let's put in swept water at high priority here. Let's have a look. Brine. Is any of it? Well, I'll just mark it as this, and if it's water, it'll be picked up. If it's ice, too, it should be making its way down there. This is where I'm putting liquefiable stuff that I'm sweeping. So if I've got ice, please get it out of there. Make sure that's a priority. Yep. So I've got this full of brine. We don't really need to be going through this direction anymore. Can go out and just go directly into the processing. Not that I probably need the water, to be honest. I mean, I'll need it eventually, but we've got a huge amount of reserves of that. So if anything else, water is not our issue. Doesn't mean that there will be issues, though. Okay, so this is starting to drain out. I'll actually take the water from here, push it back in. Might need even more, though. How much is in here? We'll see. Ouch! This pump has just been having it. Let's see. Yeah, why don't we put in a door? Oh, because we don't have steel, because we've been using so much of it. Alright, I'll aim to get in a door. Let's up this. Okay, let's see. I want to now disable this. And I've got to get this connected up into there. Just cut that there and there. Make sure that goes like this. Now this time, instead of going on top, we want this to go underneath. So I'll just put in... I mean, might as well just do that, right? There we go. You can look at the bottom of my rocket. I've got some natural gas. So, I'm not sure how that happened. I also don't have my carbon skimmer at the moment. Let's see, what shall I do? Let's put in the carbon skimmer anyway. Let's look at that. I might want to load in some water while we're waiting for this to be taken out. Pipe is... Is that still not going? Hold on. What is happening? Let's see. And that's going to be going to this area here. This is an old system. The water has made it in here. Okay, the only question is, do I want a little bit more? Maybe I'll up that just a bit. But making sure that doesn't completely flood.
I can now make my bunker door. If I wanted to, I can even close it when this guy lands, just to get the extra carbon dioxide. We'll see. Well, actually, maybe in order to get the construction to be complete, I'll do that at the end. But we will need to make this really close like that. We'll put in a button. Make that out of steel, just there. To build one of these over. We've got 300. Let's cut this line now. Maybe I'll cut that right there just to drain it out. Did we ever get that petroleum? We did. Amazing. Okay, so that is... Oh, yes. Careful. Careful, careful. But I'll just get someone... I didn't need to do that. I'll just get someone to empty that for us. This door's not going to function well if it doesn't have power. Let's do that. Convert to lead down here. Where is our closest line? We'll just go up, I guess, like this. Not touching that guy. Make sure we get a little bit of cover. I'll take this a little bit further out even. Okay, so this line is now been dropped off. So what do we need to do? We need to get our brine line connected to this so we can make sure that steam turbine stays cool long term. Connect in like... Now, hold on. Just before I do that, I was going to recycle this for loading this guy. So I'll do that before I push brine through. Cut, 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 cut. Send petroleum from here. Let's check the whole path. We don't want to have anything unexpected happen. Still waiting for that to be emptied. Just before I let this go, there's no point in having a certain amount measured out unless I actually cut it to supply more. I'll start sending this over by connecting this. That is probably just waiting for that bridge. Yep, there we are. That's not quite right. Not at all. Let's see. Thankfully this hasn't started to run. Or has it? Let's check. I don't see any polluted water there. Whew. Oh, I do. Okay. It's really nice that no polluted water made its way through there. But we do have it into the system. Unless this... Ah! Alright. I'm going to roll back. I've rolled back to the beginning of 412. I still have this guy here. Some polluted water did make it through, but this is just perfect. Just at the beginning of this. We've got this liquid going in here, making its way around, and it's just about to bypass this. And I'm going to make a change here to direct it into liquid processing. Let's see, to slow that down. So that's going to go in... yeah, we want to have that directed that way. This is going to go up and around in priority over, so it's not being dumped. That's the nice thing. I already knew that. But I want to make sure that this polluted water also makes its way in here. So maybe what I'll do, what's the best way? Just gonna cut it right there. It's a spot the dupes can't build. Let's Oh, don't go back in here though. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on, hold on. No, no, no. Come back here. Come back here, please. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, and then if it makes it around here. So that is the polluted water. Oh no, we'll turn this off. Okay, yeah, I might as well. I should start with that. Okay. And then this is just sending it in where we don't want it to go, to the supply. So how about we just cut this? We'll direct this liquid here. And that's going to go out of the... Let's just direct it in that way. We'll shut this off. Okay, so we've isolated the polluted water, such that it's going to go to this sewage line where it ultimately be processed. And run through this guy. Whew. Alright. So back to doing all the other things I did at the beginning of this cycle. Plumbing this guy. Small change here. I decided I don't actually need to fully seal this. I'll just go over there. Now that we get the polluted water out, let's reconnect everything the way it was. So we want to have that go like that. We want to have these reconnected right here and here. And just fresh, clean water is making its way here. Double check that we still don't have polluted water in this zone. Or down here, there's no damage. Alright, that is looking much better. Thing is, I want to connect this. Just to avoid possibly happening again, I'll at least remove that little bit. Recutting this right here. Going into the steam turbine area. So we might actually not use that steel. But we're going to start a very long project. Which, this is just going to be the very first phase. But we're going to cover the sky here. So we can do some construction in this area. Thinking to myself, it would be smart if I have this an area that only the rovers can go into. So I'll put a control access right here so I can only get them, no dupes. So we can bring down the radiation level, and eventually we can make this an area to be safe for dupes to explore and build some stuff. Let's get this door open, but tell the dupes they can't go in here. So sorry, engineer, that as far as you go, rovers can do the rest of the work. I kind of feel like trying a crazy idea. I'm going to make a rocket platform. Let's see if we can throw that somewheres in this mess. Too many ladders. Throw it right there. Just need to clear out this a bit. Petroleum is making its way up to this line. So we'll see how much this is going to fill. Looks like we might be needing a little bit more. We'll see here in a second. Oh yeah, that probably a little bit more than half. So last time I made it up to here. We'll get that much again, at least. With this rocket platform, let's quickly make, if we can, the solo safe air module. More petroleum being produced. Inside this rocket, how about we go to the liquid and just drain it out? Hold on a second. Let's see what kind of craziness I'm up to right now. Going to make this insulated ceramic. And just dump that right there. Next batch of petroleum is ready. We'll send that out. With this ready, let's put in, make this insulated obsidian. Connect right to there. I also see bottled water, or bottled water, molten water, liquid. Let's see, I'm going to have that jumped right here, or opened up anyway. Actually, how big is it? 384K. Okay, so all I need to do is there a plant there? Oh, there is. Whoops. Okay. So that petroleum is on the way up. Oh yeah, if this guy actually needs to empty, I need a thing there, don't I? Alright, let's see how much this fills up. Maybe it will work out to, just a little bit more. Actually, this almost seems to be near perfect amount, maybe. Oh, what am I doing here? Whoops. Yeah, this is all sorts of wrong. Try this. And what do we think? Okay, it is close. Technically, I could get 1 or 2 more blobs in there. But I think that's gonna do. Awesome. Get rid of that. Continue back to this. This is gonna be a very hot area, so there's no point heating up any material. Just move this off to the side. We're gonna put this here and here. Molten steel will be moved right here. We're gonna build a pump. It'll go right from this pump into here. Make sure we cut there, and I will power this up. Let's see, is there... don't know what's the best way. Let's do heavy watt wire. Oh, that's right, we can't go through that little... I guess that's the door that you can't go through. Did not take long to, Oh... No, no, no. What are you guys... No, that was not... That's wrong material. Dupes. Okay, it was supposed to be insulate. Okay, this might go terribly wrong right now. Maybe we will wait for that first. What I'm trying to see if I can do is get it to land in here. In a safe area, and have that cool off, turn to actual steel, and I can get some steel back. Worst case, if it melts and goes through, it's gonna melt and go through this rocket and not my base. at 3,000 degrees. Let's try this again. There we are. Can actually survive and get through. And let's, I have no idea what's going to happen, but here it goes. Yeah, there it is. We're getting our steel back. Oh, not only did it, I don't know if that was made of copper ore or copper. Probably it's copper ore. And turned it to actual copper. That's kind of cool. Now that's going to be creating some heat. There's a little bit more over here. I need to open up this. But I want to make sure we wait until, well, both this is empty and that pump already exists. Make sure it's powered in first, because I don't want it to sit there. We're good. Okay. Contents, none. So that can be destroyed. I'll give the order to empty that. Cleaner is arrived. So we're going to start pumping this. That is going to cause some damage to the pump. I'm just going to hit disable auto repair. It's going to pick up as much as it can. Maybe all of it. Slowly going through. Let's have a look inside our rocket. Is that still intact? It is. It's heating up, but it is very much. And we're getting some steel back. I don't see... Oh, there's pieces of steel over here. Oh, this is where most of the steel is accumulating. Awesome. Excellent. Let's destroy that, because that's probably had it in terms of heat. We'll go back on this. And here's what I'm wondering. This is obviously really hot stuff. I know if I build stuff out of this steel, it's going to be built at a much warmer temperature. But I'm curious, if I destroy this, what's going to fall out down here in terms of temperature? With this rocket being destroyed, all the material has fallen out there, and oh no, it's still pretty hot. It's still pretty hot, but it'll sit there. When I guess the only way to really, I know anyway, is just to build stuff out of it. That everyone that's around here is going to pick up the steel that's down here. And if they do that, then things that I build out are going to be, I think it's 45 degrees is the max. Yeah, okay, so that's a way of cooling off. Alright, well, the rocket did work in terms of turning the liquid steel into just solid. And then doing this takes the temperature down. I'm not terribly worried because it's just sitting on a mesh tile. And all I can build, whatever I build with it in the future, will already be at the right value. Let's see, we also have some other material that's pretty warm, and some copper. Okay, good job, Oops. Let's not, I don't think we need to fully complete all this. Let's bring in our cooling line, because at some point, this guy's going to turn on, and we'll need to make sure that we're keeping this cool. Also thinking about, let's see, compacting this, removing this over like this. So it no longer goes up in this direction. And it'll return this way.
also have it go a little bit here to the left just to keep this area cool. Some more piping up here. So going clockwise. Give a little cut right here. We can get rid of these pipes. Can we take that back? All this as well. Is there anything that is hot? Oh, yeah. So we actually made some steel just while it was sitting there. So you know what? Maybe I will hold off on that. I think for the last thing today, I'm going to build something right here. Let's just reroute this guy a little bit to get out of the way. What I would like to make is essentially this storage, but able to handle all my pumps without the need of spending metal on a gas reservoir. So I'm going to put that right here. Make it out of granite. So thinking the look or design of it is essentially just going to look like this. So each pump has a place to dump liquid. Maybe I'll just start with that much. Get rid of some of this. There's pipes that are in there. That probably just needs to wait. Okay, I won't be able to do that soon. I'll just temporarily do this just to speed that up. That way I can get rid of the pipes that are here. Engineer found themselves stuck. Good job, buddy. So what I will do is put in some of the other components. Get the drywall. I'm going to put 2 pumps in here. I'm going to make them out of steel just in case it gets really hot. 1, 2, like that. We're going to need some power. Let's see, do I go from the top or the bottom? Probably the top, just so I can minimize. Let's see. Do this. And that. Actually, if I make that over by 1. Not only will I not go replace that tile, but I can save a little bit of wiring. On this side, we'll just use that there. Okay. We need 3 spots to actually dump gas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, technically 1, 2, 3. Cut this off just to direct the gas out of this zone. I'm going to go ahead and seal that off. We'll go mop up some crude oil. While I'm waiting for some of the crude oil to be dropped off, let's design some of the piping. So I want to push in from 3 spots, each controlled by 2 pumps up here. If I'm able to, I want to push into this line. Let's get rid of this. It's in the way.
what I'm going to do is, let's see, this is going to go in here. Oh. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, so we're going to join right like this. And then we're going to allow these guys here to override this going out. So we'll have one there. One there. That's not going to be connected. Like that. So all these three, one. Got another one to put in right here, two. These will all, let's see. Get rid of that. Wait, where are you going? Hold on. Technically, you should be fine, but no. Let's not have you do that. That's... Okay, take care of that before it goes down there. Actually, I'm curious. Where are we on the hydrogen level down there? It's still pretty thick. So that would have sent a little carbon dioxide here, which would have made its way into here, which is not what I wanted, so, since they're on the way to the power plants. But, yeah, so this is the line from this point on that's going to go feed the base. Possibly resupply the rocket and feed the slickers. So we'll go from this direction right here. Oops. So we're going to jump over this. We'll cut that right there. Actually, hold on. We've got this here. That's our infinite supply. So yeah, we could technically go up and refeed the rocket. Then we have to have these three pumps connect into these three sections. So that one will be easy. That one will go to the middle one. These two can visit this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense because I just cut that. I will reconnect this. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so we've got that. And we need these two pumps to be able to connect into this. Just have to jump over the refeeding line. And all the pipes on this side can all go away. My army of rovers can take care of that. See, we've got in our crude oil. These guys are kind of interesting. They, their temperature is below 100. And it says, I'd like to see if I can make them the molten version. That hasn't happened. Because I need them to be above 100, even though the temperature around them is above 100. So we're gonna go increase this. Actually, maybe that's why. Hold on. Oh well, yeah. I suppose technically, I'm gonna raise this to. We'll try 115. But we've got to. Oh, rover down. I don't know if anyone can reach you actually. But we need to make sure we connect all this again. Now that should be visiting there. Okay, good. This is all coming together. Doubt anyone can reach that. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh, and there is a pipe. Okay, does this look complete? Got my piping in one. Let's double. I'm not sure if I actually connected this like that. Just to make sure. Okay, maybe you did. What else? What else? It's got power. Let's seal it up, I guess. And first thing I'll do is I'll connect into our infinite supply that's over here. Start dumping that in. I'll just reuse this here for the time being. Once this has been created first. So now that we've got that sealed up, I will connect this. Just wait for a little bit of work there. Actually, hold on. Is that going to allow me to go down? Maybe that's just confused because of that. There we go. We're starting to push carbon dioxide into here. Awesome. Just looking to see how the rovers are making out over here. Giving a little bit of radiation protection. Can start on so that way I can get more rovers working on this extra layer of protection on top of that. Pretty close to the top. Wouldn't mind speeding the process of cooling this down. If nothing else, just allow this guy to run a little bit more. It's too cool in the pipes because the base itself is quite comfortable. So let's just put in a couple pieces. I think lead should be able to do. And let's finish off with giving this a test. Now, technically, these pumps are going to be blocked off for this test, but that's okay. Actually, we're at the ending of a cycle. I'll wait for morning for engineer when they start their schedule. Engineer is about to board, so they can launch as soon as they're ready. We'll watch our pumps kick into action as soon as these sensors detect pressure. There they are. Pumps are running. Let's just look at some of the heats that could be going up here. This guy is, yeah, I think our system here is working. We'll see if that actually works as it gets hotter and hotter. We'll get back down with our rover, of course. Oh, we may need to go up here now. That's all right. So yeah, we're curious to see how well this is going to run from a heat perspective long term. But if you want to find out, just join me one of the next episodes. As well, if you want to see what else I'm going to be up to. I'm thinking it might. I'll have to have a look around to see if there's any other priorities that might make sense at this time. But hold on. Everything's fine there. It's just stuff that can't be put away. But I'm thinking it's time to go nuclear. Maybe. That's why I'm clearing this zone out. But anyway, that's enough for today. Thank you so much for the suggestion about capturing carbon dioxide in a rocket. See, these little guys aren't working, but that's, again, just because I'm trying to transport all the gas from here over. All right, thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.